How did we end up here? This place is horrible. Smells like balls.
Hello Internet, it's me, Hugh, with another Geek Diary for you, and today I want to talk about a film that I got dragged to unwittingly this week by my lovely wife. We have this thing where every week we do a date night. Well, every week that I can't get out of it. Because basically, much as I love my wife, I hate leaving the house. So basically, once I'm dragged kicking and screaming out into the real world, we go and see a movie, and I always enjoy myself, and I love spending time with her because she's just an amazing woman. But I thought I had better say that because she's right behind me. And so this week, she basically lied to me. Normally what we do is we go and we see a film that I can only see in a movie theater, like a big spectacle, needs a big screen, needs big sound, and I'm not going to be bothered by people texting and talking and all that crap that happens in the movie theater. God, I sound old. Point is, she took me to a film called Birdman, which if I had heard the description, there was no way in hell you would have ever got me in the theater because it basically describes the idea of cinematic hell for me. It is a film about actors talking about acting in a play, which is even worse.
You wrote this adaptation?
I did, yeah.
And you're directing and starring in your adaptation. That's ambitious.
And it's all set to this jazz soundtrack, and I can't stand jazz. I know that makes me an idiot, but I just can't stand it. I can truly understand the skills required to, in jazz, but it still always just sounds like people are trying to learn how to play the instruments. So I don't have an ear for that. I'm not smart enough for jazz, is what I'm saying. So basically, the film, it should have been a disaster, and yet I sat through this thing and I just marveled at the technical genius required to make this film. I still didn't like it, but I cannot recommend it enough, which is the weirdest thing for a movie review in my mind, because a film I didn't like is a film that I think everyone should see. So here's the deal. First off, acting absolutely spectacular across the board. The best performances I've seen, certainly this year. Michael Keaton gives the most, well, it's literally like a naked performance. He just lets it all go. I mean, it's a very, I hate the term, but a brave performance, should we say. Edward Norton as well, the same thing. Emma Stone is fantastic.
You're scared to death, like the rest of us, that you don't matter. And you know what? You're right. You don't.
Zach Galifianakis actually isn't funny, and yet is very poignant little character that he's created there.
Respected and validated, remember? That's what you told me. That's how you got me into this shit.
I am absolutely, yes, truly, the acting was flawless. And coming from me, I am the biggest critic of actors. I always hate someone's performance for some reason. I could find no flaws in this. It was stunning. As was the cinematography. Beautifully done, these gorgeous, long, tracking shots that last entire scenes, and beautifully staged. It was almost choreography, basically. The drumming was amazing. I found it really irritating because it was jazz. It was technically brilliant in every way, and I feel like it's an important piece of cinema that everyone should see. But just personally, it didn't do anything for me, other than just make me marvel at the beauty of this guy's skill in making films. Let me just grab his name. His name is Alejandro González Iñárritu, and I've said that completely wrong. He is a Mexican director and has just done a fantastic job with this movie. So I highly recommend it. It's 2 thumbs up from this geek, so rush off now and go and see it. Until we geek again, cheerio!